I thought I was the one. The only one. But little did I know. I was the side piece in a love triangle I never signed up for. He had a whole woman, a whole life. And I didn't find out until his main chick messaged me from his phone. Guess who's back? Welcome back to the channel, fam. If you've been rocking with me from the beginning, thank you. And if you're new here? Buckle up, because the stories are wild, the lessons are real, and the glow-up is undeniable. This is not a drill. This is the wild story of how I got played, and the lesson every woman needs to hear before falling too deep. It all started at this upscale networking mixer in Atlanta, rooftop vibes, candlelight, everyone dressed like they had money and somewhere to be. I was sipping on a lemon drop, minding my business, and looking cute in this silk brown dress that hugged all the right places. That's when I saw him. Tall, smooth chocolate skin, pearly white smile, and a confidence that wasn't loud but commanded attention. His name was Jordan. Said he worked in consulting, flew out for high-profile projects, and was in town for a few weeks. He made eye contact like you were the only one in the room. He didn't come with cheesy lines, just asked me what I do, what I love, and what I dream of. We stood on that rooftop talking for 2 hours straight. When I left, he walked me to my car like a gentleman and said, "You're rare. Don't disappear on me now." I laughed and said, "Then don't give me a reason to." Phew. If only I knew what was coming. The first week was magical. Flowers. Good morning texts. Random voice notes of him telling me to have a powerful day. Dates that felt straight out of a rom-com. He took me to this little jazz lounge where the owner knew his name. We slow danced. In public. And I swear he only looked at me like he didn't see any other woman in that room. He'd say things like, "You feel at peace. I didn't even know I needed someone like you until I met you." And I ate it up. We weren't sleeping together yet, but the connection? Fire. Mental, emotional, spiritual. He even prayed with me one night after I told him about my past heartbreaks. He said, "God doesn't make mistakes. You're in my life for a reason." Phew. When a man brings God into the conversation, chilly. I thought this was something serious. But somewhere in that picture-perfect story, another woman was living in the shadows. A woman who thought she was the only one, too. The red flags I ignored. Now, looking back, the signs were so obvious, I almost feel embarrassed. But when you're in it, girl, your brain doesn't connect the dots. It paints fantasies. The first red flag? He never called me when he said he would. Always a text, always with some "hey babe, I got caught up at work" excuse. And FaceTime? Forget it. It was always, "My battery's low," or "I'm out and it's loud." But I gave him grace. I mean, he's a working man, right? Next red flag? He never invited me over. We always met out or at my place. I asked him once, real casual, like, "So when am I gonna see your spot?" He said, "Oh, I'm between places right now. My lease ended and I've been staying in short-term rentals till I decide where I want to settle." I remember thinking, okay, that makes sense, kinda, but deep down, something felt off. He'd disappear for weekends. No explanation. Then pop up like, "Missed you, baby. Let's do dinner tonight." And here I was, excited like a fool. He'd even show up with a fresh haircut and cologne so strong, I swear it screamed, "I was just with somebody else, but I need you to forget that." But again, I ignored it. Another flag? He kept everything surface level. Never talked much about his family. Said he was private. Didn't like social media, said it was a distraction. But the real moment I should have known? I tagged him in a cute story on Instagram, nothing crazy, just our drinks clinking. "Sis," he called me immediately. "Hey, can you take that down? I don't want folks in my business, you feel me?" And like a dummy in love, I took it down. thinking I was being understanding. Nah. I was being played. It all kept adding up, but I was subtracting the truth. He had just enough charm and consistency to keep me hooked, until the day he slipped. And that one slip? That was all I needed to see that I wasn't the main character in this love story. It was a Thursday night. He came over after what he said was a crazy day full of back-to-back client meetings. We ate takeout on the couch, watched reruns of Martin, and he fell asleep with his head in my lap. Picture perfect, until the devil got busy. He got a call around midnight. Woke him up. He silenced the phone and groggily said, "Damn, that's just one of my boys, ignore it." I didn't think much of it until he hit the shower and left his phone on my nightstand. Something told me, check it. And listen, I'm not proud. But I picked that phone up, opened it, and my whole body went cold. The message on the lock screen read, "Hey babe, did you grab Zoe's costume for the recital?" Who is Zoe? I unlocked the phone. He'd once told me his passcode casually while ordering food, and yes, I remembered. First thing I saw? A full photo album named my girls. Inside? Him. A woman. And a little girl who looked just like him. They were in matching Christmas pajamas. Smiling. Hugging. Holding hands at Disneyland. I felt like the room started spinning. Before I could even react, his phone started buzzing again. This time, it said, "Wifey calling." Wifey? Without even thinking, I answered. Hello? The voice on the other end? Calm. Who is this? I said, I was about to ask you the same thing. She goes, you must be the side piece. I'm Jordan's fiancé. And we live together. I swear my soul left my body. I couldn't breathe. Couldn't think. Jordan came out of the bathroom, towel around his waist, water still dripping. And when he saw me holding his phone, his whole face changed. He tried to grab the phone. I backed away like it was a weapon. I said, you have a whole fiancé? A child? You lied to me. He stuttered. Gave some weak speech about I didn't mean to hurt you, and it's complicated, and we were on a break. A break? I threw his phone on the couch, grabbed my keys, and walked out with tears in my eyes and fire in my chest. That was the night I realized, I wasn't his woman. I was the shadow in a story I never consented to be in. And sis. That's a heartbreak you don't forget. The days after were rough. I blocked his number, deleted our messages, and wiped my phone like he never existed. But my heart still knew him. I kept replaying everything, the nights he held me. The prayers he said over me. The lies he told me with straight eyes and steady hands. I felt like a fool. But more than that. I felt violated. Like he stole something sacred. My peace. My trust. My belief that I could spot a good man when I saw one. I didn't reach out to his fiancée. She already knew. I wasn't the first. Probably not the last either. But I made a decision in that moment, I would never ignore my intuition again. All those red flags I brushed off? They weren't minor. They were whispers from God saying, daughter, wake up. And the truth is? It wasn't about him choosing me. It was about me choosing myself. And I hadn't been. For weeks, I went ghost. No posts. No calls. No dates. Just therapy, journaling, and late-night talks with God. And let me tell you something, healing doesn't come easy. But it's worth every tear you cry in silence. Music begins to uplift, subtle shift in tone, I started to realize. I wasn't broken. I was betrayed. And there's a difference. His actions weren't a reflection of my worth, they were a reflection of his own emptiness. So if you've ever been the other woman without knowing, or if someone ever made you feel like you weren't enough, just know, you are not the villain in someone else's lie. You were just caught in the crossfire of their cowardice. In today's world, where everyone's pretending and nothing is what it seems online, protect your peace like it's your passport. Don't ignore inconsistencies. Could you ask the uncomfortable questions early? And remember this, real love doesn't live in the shadows. If it's hidden, there's a reason. And baby girl, you deserve to be seen. They took my trust, but they didn't take my future. I'm still standing. And I'm only getting stronger. Have you ever trusted someone who turned out to be living a lie? I shared my story today because healing starts with truth. If you've ever been betrayed, manipulated, or blindsided by someone you loved, you are not alone. Drop a broken heart in the comments if you can relate. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more real, raw, and unfiltered stories about love, betrayal, healing, and everything in between. Let's heal together.